Hi and welcome to digitalpiano.com. We're the leading retailer of digital pianos, stage pianos and keyboards in the Nordic countries. In this comparison video, we would like to compare the Roland JUNO-X with the Roland Jupiter-X. So let's get started. In April 2020, Roland released the Jupiter-X synthesizer. Now in April 2022, they released the JUNO-X. We would like to have a look at the two amazing synthesizers, because on paper, the two have a lot in common. But where do they differ? And what about the design? So let's start with the design. The Jupiter-X weighs 16.9 kilos and has a depth of 447 millimeters, while the JUNO-X weighs 11.6 kilos and has a depth of 333 millimeters. The side panels of the Jupiter-X are made of metal instead of plastic, which contributes to the higher weight. The JUNO-X is 1 mm lower than the Jupiter-X with a height of 118 mm, and 18 mm shorter than the Jupiter-X, measuring 1072 mm in the width. Though both instruments have a very premium feel, the Jupiter-X feels a bit more robust. On the other hand, the JUNO-X really has the advantage when it comes to portability. Being lighter and shorter in the depth, it's easier to carry around. Looking at the layout of the models and how the different knobs, sliders and buttons are placed, there is a clear similarity. But at the same time, the two of them have very different appearances. A big contributor to that is the red color on the JUNO-X and also the smaller sized buttons used to change model. Both synthesizers have the I arpeggio, but the way you control it are different. So while the arpeggiator is the same, the Jupiter-X has more dedicated knobs for making quick adjustments. In general, the Jupiter-X have a few more buttons and knobs than the JUNO-X. A lot of tweakings can be done on the JUNO-X too, but sometimes it is required to use the function button or adjust the settings in the menu to get the same result. Here the Jupiter-X has an advantage. The Jupiter-X comes with two envelopes instead of one on the JUNO-X. When it comes to expression, the two synthesizers are designed differently. Besides two sliders and the pitch bend modulation lever, the Jupiter-X also has two wheels which can control the parameters that are assigned to them. The connectors or in and out ports on the two instruments are the same. Well, enough about the design and layout of the two instruments. Let's have a quick look at the keys on the two synthesizers. Both of them comes with 61 keys with channel aftertouch. On the JUNO-X, it's the same keys as the ones on the new Phantom 06 and Phantom 07. The Jupiter-X has semi-weighted keys, but they are a little more weighted than those on the JUNO-X, giving it an even more premium feel. The length of the keys aren't the same either. We have measured the wide keys of the Jupiter-X to be 139 mm and the length of the wide keys on the JUNO-X to be 136 mm. Now, a bit about the sounds. Both synthesizers are equipped with Roland's powerful Zencore synth engine. Each of the two instruments of course comes with their own model, so the Jupiter-X on the Jupiter-X and the JUNO-X on the JUNO-X. But both are also equipped with various model sound generators. Both synthesizers are preloaded with the JUNO-106, RD pianos and the XV5080. The Jupiter-X has some more models preloaded than the JUNO-X. These are the Jupiter 8 and the SH101. With model expansions through Roland Cloud, it's possible to add the following models to the JUNO-X: the JD800, the Vocal Designer, the Jupiter 8, the JX8P and the SH101. If wanted, the Jupiter-X can be expanded with the JD800 and the Vocal Designer. All model expansions must be bought with a lifetime key. The subscription possibility makes it possible to use the different models as VST plugins, but to physically have the different model sound generators on the synthesizers, they must be bought. As a cool new thing, the Super Saw waveform is included on the JUNO-X. It is now also available on the Jupiter-X through a firmware update. Then what to choose? Though the Jupiter-X is a little more expensive, it comes with more sounds than the JUNO-X. Though it is possible to buy model expansions to get more models on the JUNO-X, the price might get too high compared to the same amount of sounds on the Jupiter-X. But as quickly mentioned in the beginning, the JUNO-X only weighs 11.6 kilos instead of 16.9 kilos on the Jupiter-X. With a much smaller depth too, The JUNO-X is far more portable and easier to take with you than the Jupiter-X. An advantage for the Jupiter-X is the number of controls. Some settings are easier to tweak on the Jupiter-X than on the JUNO-X. For some, the amazing retro design of the JUNO-X may be reason enough to go with it. Which synthesizer would you go for? Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. And if you would like to see more content like this, please consider subscribing. We do a lot of different videos like unboxings, sound comparisons, and detailed overviews, and so much more. We are Scandinavia's biggest digital piano store with a great variety of digital pianos, digital grand pianos, and synthesizers. So go visit our website or our social media to get inspired. Go play piano.